being in the industry, there's a lot of guys, and it's just going into the whole masculinity, femininity thing. It's just kind of like they put you in stuff sometimes where you may not see it as a masculine thing. They know what they're doing. They put you in it for a reason. You look good in it. You just have to be confident in it. What people have to say about the situation, you just kind of have to put their opinions to the side and just be like, okay, I know who I am and I know what I'm capable of doing. It's really hard to model when the people from where I'm from, they see you a certain way when you post pictures or do shoots that look a little too feminine or a little too weird. So for me, it was just like I had to be comfortable with the uncomfortable and just know that I'm bettering my career and furthering my career doing what I'm doing.
I had a conversation about that yesterday because I think that where's the boundary with that as a male model? Do you know where that boundary is? Because what I don't want, especially because a lot of the people that look up to me and view my content, they are aspiring male models. And I'm very protective of that because I know what really goes on behind the scenes. I don't want models who grow up very masculine and in very masculine environments to feel like they have to compromise on their masculinity. And then, again, there's a balance because there is like tasteful artistic things where you will be presented a little bit more femininely.
Yeah.
But then there's things that are like, well, this is kind of questionable. Why am I doing this? And how does it actually like really benefit me? Do you have a boundary, or do you actually think that anything and everything in this industry pertaining to male models actually benefits you as a model?
Ooh, that's a good question. From the beginning, it was always easy for me because I was always honest with my agency. I told them what I didn't want to do. They ask you, like, do you want to do nude shoots? Do you want to do this, that, and the third? Or they ask you, do you want to shoot with this photographer? They'll send a photographer over to you, and you could decide whether or not you want to or not. But there's other cases where you don't have that freedom to, like, choose. You get the job. If you get the job, you walk into it and kind of just do the job as is. So I wouldn't say that you have to compromise for it, but there are jobs out there you do have to, but it can further your career, whether you like it or not. I mean, if you're getting booked for the jobs, you're also getting money for the jobs, and you're getting more exposure. And exposure is always good in the industry. That's what you want.
Right. And that's my concern of that mindset, though, is because that's where models get themselves in murky waters when working with photographers that are kind of sus. And you're just like, do I really want to be in that room with that photographer? Because that photographer is going to make some advances that make me feel uncomfortable.
Definitely.
But then models are like, well, I'm constantly being told that if I do this and I work with this person, or I put myself in essentially like a dangerous position, that it'll advance and further my career. What I try to do on my platform and what I'm going to continue to do is teach models to draw the line. I have a masterclass that I sell online when models come to me. How do I begin this industry? Take my model masterclass, teaches you everything. I'm very, very forward and honest.
Gotcha.
And there's a module that I have called presentation where I'm teaching models like how you walk into the room is the first indication of when someone who's a predator in this industry is going to determine whether or not they can take advantage of you or not. And if you don't present yourself with confidence, with like, what's up, my name is Brandon, how you doing?
Absolutely.
And like strength.
I absolutely agree.
Yeah, they're going to see you as weak, impressionable, and take advantage of you and stuff. So the concern that I have is making sure that models know that they don't have to do everything, that they don't have to work with that photographer they know has a reputation that maybe the industry isn't being public with, but everybody behind the scenes knows that this person's a little bit sketchy. And if you don't want to work with that photographer, then you don't have to. But you will be pressured by your agency and the people that are around you. Like,
exactly. If they think that it's going to benefit your book, they'll tell you to do it, but they'll never try to put you in a situation where you get used or abused in the industry. I mean, for me, it's never been an issue. It's been a very clear line. I've never come into like any problems with like photographers or anything trying to advance or do anything with me. So there's definitely a line that needs to be drawn. I mean, there's photographers out there that just have gotten caught up in some stuff with models and stuff like that. And obviously you want to prevent that. You don't want to be in that situation.